I'd like to tell you a story. So are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Once upon a time, trans people were safe and loved in the UK. So what went wrong? When I started my transition in 2018, life was much easier for trans people than it is today. The then Tory Prime Minister, Theresa May, had just launched a consultation on the Gender Recognition Act 2004, with the intention to make the paperwork easier for trans people to legally change the sex marker on our birth certificates, saying, I want to see a process that is more streamlined and demedicalised because being trans should never be treated as an illness. No one batted an eyelid about it at the time, as they saw being kind to others as a good quality to have. But how things have changed since then. I see the eyes of some of my non-trans friends glaze over when I start banging on yet again about trans rights. And many have expressed surprise when I tell them just how bad things are for trans people in the UK right now. They sit there enjoying their cisgender, that's non-trans privilege, while consuming news from the BBC, the Sunday Times, the Telegraph, the Sun, the Express, GB News, the Daily Mail. Oh no, did a little bit of sick just seep through my lips. The problem was that Theresa May's well-intended consultation was a trigger for trans hostile people to get organised, get very vocal, and to get funding for their hateful and litigious campaigns from far-right Christian evangelical groups in the States, as well as from a certain hate-filled trans-obsessed author sitting in her mould-infested Scottish castle. The media backed them, and when bozo Boris Johnson became Prime Minister, he used trans people as a political football, which served to distract the electorate away from the total pig's ear he'd made of running the country. Both Liz the Lettuce Truss and Fishy Rishi Sunak continued in the same trans-hostile vein, while appointing trans-hostile people into positions of power in government quangos, ready to produce biased and discredited reports, see the Cass Review, and misleading and probably illegal advice, see the Equality and Human Rights Commission. The UK media lapped up and amplified every punch that rained down on us. We thought UK politics would become kinder when Labour came into power, but sadly we were mistaken, as Keir Starmer, the Harmer, pitched his party so far to the right to attract Reform UK voters, helped by his pet weasel Wes Streeting, as both continue to make life for trans people so unbearable by legislating us out of existence and stopping life-saving healthcare for young trans people. The result is that trans and non-binary people in the UK are scared right now. Really scared. Most are too scared to even step outside their front door for fear of being attacked or abused for using a public loo that matches our gender. This is borne out in the stats too. Every year, the International Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Trans and Intersex Association Europe produces a rainbow map to rank the human rights of LGBTQA+ people across all 49 European countries, and they've just released their map for 2025. The UK ranking is depressingly predictable, as it dropped by an unprecedented 6 places this year. In 2015, the UK held the number 1 spot as we were an exemplar to the rest of Europe. Roll on 10 years, and right now, in 2025, we are ranked in 22nd place. And when it comes to legal gender recognition, however, we fared even worse, as the UK, along with Russia, Hungary, Georgia and Bulgaria, are the only 5 countries in Europe to have frameworks that make legal gender recognition completely impossible. This is how far trans rights have been rolled back. And this is why I bang on about trans rights all the time. This is also why the Trans Exile Network has been set up to help scared trans people escape the UK to a place of safety. I only hope that one day soon we will all be able to live happily ever after. The end.